Morning, morning all. Let me know if you can hear me and we will get started. Camera is of course not working. Typical. Come on, camera. Let's see. Video capture device. Morning, morning. Yes, sir. PIK, man, DM me PIK. You have to be in the group. You won the giveaway. You won the giveaway. So DM me, man. You won the giveaway. Don't know why my camera is not working. This really sucks. Let me unplug it and replug it. We'll start soon. Give me a sec. Let's see if this works. There we go. Finally, it's working. So yeah, let's get straight to it. Everything's working now. Let me, properties. I don't know why this camera always doesn't work. It's super annoying. Super annoying. But we got it working now and it shouldn't go off. And that is the goal. I hope it doesn't go off. Otherwise, I'm gonna be very upset. Very upset. See if we can zoom in a bit. Like this. There we go. Okay. We are all set. Sorry for that. I don't know why it keeps doing that, but yeah, let's get started, guys. This is gonna be good. Okay. And yeah, we're all good. So today is the February the 8th. We have USD news tonight. Probably will move gold out of this range. Today I have chat here, so I'm not gonna be looking up and not looking to the left. Chat is here now today. Apart from that, that's basically it. Nice and simple here. Morning, everyone coming in. And, we'll get straight to the analysis here. So GJ, very interesting spot here. Nice moves down. I managed to catch sells in New York session. Simple sells closure below the range here. I actually loaded 2 positions onto... I wanted to record this trade actually because on this pullback here of this candle, I added another entry. And then as it broke the low, I added another entry. And yeah, I took profit somewhere around here. I should have held it, but this kept wicking up and then I wasn't too comfortable. So I just ended up closing it. Not as much as I wanted to get out of this trade, but it was late. This was around, 5:30, 6 o'clock my time, which is, I don't normally trade around. My session is London session, so I'll take what I can get. But the option was there after this pullback for sure. And yeah, clean trade. But if you notice, we broke down now where we're trading today is exactly the same spot where I took sales yesterday. So let's have a look at the daily time frame. The daily has closed bearish, which you can expect, and not just a normal bearish candle here. We have a fat bearish candle here, big fat bearish candle. And interestingly, it's completed basically our target. So this is the problem. Our target would always be this daily support here. And unfortunately, we've already tapped into the daily support. So not really the best thing that we're already at daily support. But there could be an option in this wick for sells. But also, based on our session bias, if you look at how this 4-hour candle has closed here, we have had two 4-hour candles closing bullish, one closing bearish, but quite weak bearish here. So is this a top wick before we continue and fill the range? The range we have for today is only 15 pip range from the lows. So till we get to the 4-hour support. So I remember being in this type of scenario last year where we had this really small range. So you probably want to wait till we get below here. So we're going to bring back our drawings here and we're going to start marking up what we have here. So we obviously have our 4-hour resistance up here, which we're going to mark 4R, which is going to be our resistance here. And I'm going to put 4R like this. And then we'll need to draw new support, which is going to be here. We can adjust these and you guys can see how I start drawing the levels for S. And now we can go on the 1 hour, see what information. This resistance is not going to be too useful because it's not really lining up with anything. This support here, I'm actually going to adjust. And I'm going to move it down to here like this. And then this, I'll move it up to here. And I'll change this to 1 hour resistance. So this is going to be a 1 hour resistance up here. So obviously we have another mix session. So 3 times this week we've had a mix session. Very, very interesting to see both yesterday, but sells played out yesterday. The day before yesterday, you could have taken sells and buys. Buys was the preferred yesterday. Sells is what played out nicely. So continuing from yesterday, we're more bearish posture than bullish, but we're trying. Look where we pulled back into, putting back into this major support zone where we started to see that move back up, right? We saw it pull back here. Now we're back into this zone here. So there's a possibility that we fill this zone, and now maybe if we start creating pre-session higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, buys above this zone could make sense to continue up bullish. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Move this down to here. So we have this resistance here, which is matching up with a small key level we have here. 15-minute, yeah. So these are your levels here, quite clean, quite simple. And now we just need to develop the bias. This zone is very, very messy in here. So what is our range? Our range here is 22 pips. The 4-hour support is somewhere halfway through this range. Yeah, just where that support is. So around here is the 4-hour support. So 22 pip range, we could see something. This is very similar than from yesterday, right? If we go and see what happened yesterday, we were in this range. This was a little bit more messy, but pre-session we went to the top of the range here, created a higher low, and then dumped down, filling this range from yesterday. So today is a little bit similar. So I don't see why with this 15-minute, or I would prefer, what time is it now? 10, 16. Yeah, probably a 30-minute close below. There's a possibility to take sells to fill this range here. But keep in mind that the 4-hour target is very, very small. And yeah, I mean, I would prefer to see buys from this zone. Would be nice, to be honest, long term, especially long term. To be able to get buys on a higher time frame to continue up bullish would be very, very exciting. But it's not what we have at the moment. And we have to be patient because there's nothing that tells us buys just yet. So this is our high zone. Yeah, it's quite a tough zone in here. If the range was just a little bit bigger, this is 19 pip range, but there might be a possibility. We'll have to see and be patient. So plan for today, for me personally, is I'm gonna be looking for so I'm gonna be looking for one of two options here. I think that this is gonna be a mixed session, so both buys and sells are gonna make sense here. And it's gonna be, what do you prefer doing? If you're gonna look for buys, you have to be patient, right? So patience means you have to wait for more structure. We probably need to wait for a 1-hour support from this zone here. If we can close a 1 hour support, maybe pull back somewhere into here, create some sort of support pre-London and continue up, then we can continue bullish to complete this move. I'm probably going to wait for more around London time to give more clarity into the direction for today, because this is quite a mixed session, right? And if we look at how did that close, yeah, this is a weak closure. I know it looks really good for sells, like, you know, you expect this to be a lower high and we continue down, but just be very careful from 1, 2, 3 rejections. When you see this kind of, you see how it's creating this type of this and then one lower and then one higher. When it creates that like rounding type bottom, it's normally quite strong. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see maybe London push down here and then we get a rejection. So this is definitely a zone to reject. And you might be asking, oh, why are you not looking for sells? This is easy sells. We should be looking for sells. The reason why I'm not looking is because our target on daily is done. If you're looking to trade a daily time frame, right, we are looking to target the lows of the range, and the range has basically already been filled. So let me just zoom that in so we can see clearly. You can see the range has been filled. We don't have where, if I ask you where can this daily go, the daily can only go to this bottom wick here, and this bottom wick is only 20-30 pips away. We need to get below the daily support before we can entertain targeting 156. But now we're at target, right? 4 hour is very close to support. We are at a support zone. And look, every time we come to this zone, look what happens in the past, right? Look at this. See if I can bring a clear chart. Every time we come to this zone, look what happens. Right? Change of structure on 4 hour, boom, big push. Same thing, big push. Same thing, big push. So do we need to come lower to go up? Or are we going to change it from here and start going up? So this is always a dangerous zone to sell. Anyone trying selling this, in deep shit. You try to sell that, in deep shit. You try to sell here, you're in big trouble. So it's not the easiest place to sell, right? It's not the easiest place to sell. So that's what you have to understand. And that is why I'm entertaining the idea of not being the first person to rush into sells. But it could definitely be an option, which I'm keeping in mind. But we need more information. So that's basically the plan on GJ. You know, we could look for price to come down here, and any rejections from this zone, possibly take buys. But also this could be a selling opportunity. We just need to see, right? And this is where you have to see your ability as a trader, right? What is your ability as a trader? Okay. Are you able to identify 2 directions and able to take trades in both directions when we have a mixed bias like this? Of course, if we start pushing up from here, buys will make sense above this high, with London volume even closures above here to tap into here and potentially continue. So there's plenty of options, and yeah, I think it should be good. Looking forward to it. So let's have a look at gold. Gold still in the range. Tried to break out yesterday. We had a really weird move yesterday here. Let's have a look at this on the 5-minute. Check this out. This I call, what should I call this? I don't know what I call this, but this is a real bad manipulation. This is right before daily open, and this is collecting so much orders in this range. Boop, boop, 2 orders. Everyone gets screwed and everyone's crying. Same thing in New York. Yeah, we're breaking out. Time to go and retrace this whole move. Nope, not today. Everyone loses money and everyone cries. Why? Because on higher time frame, 4 hour, we're still in a range. And don't trade until we get out the range, right? The reason why this didn't work is it didn't break the high. Didn't break the high, so no continuation, right? Simple price action here. And for gold, there's nothing. We need to get out this range on gold, guys. It's boring. I don't even want to entertain trading gold because it's super boring here. And we need more structure. I think the news tonight about who's speaking tonight. We have FOMC members speaking. Maybe will give us a move, but I would like to see a retracement to continue down. That's ideal. That's ideal. So yeah, that's the plan for today. And we were just gonna look here, right? Remember what I said about these rejections? This is what I'm saying about these rejections from this zone. And, you know, we're rejecting here, but we could reject anywhere. This is the problem, right? If you take sells, you can reject here, you can reject here, you can reject here. Rejections can happen anywhere. So have to be super careful. Any questions, guys? Let me know. Gonna fix up some sort of light here. That would be ideal, right? To have a light so I look brighter. Let's see what I can sort out here. Give me a sec, sorting out a light. How's that? Does that make my camera look better? Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Yep, I appreciate you showing up. Now check out this light. How's this light? Boom. Nice and clear, right? All right. Do I trade using news? No, I don't trade using news. I don't think it's a good idea to trade during the news. It's very risky. But I do wait for after news. There's sometimes some good volumes. Or I try get in before news. If I can get in before news, then I will hold through news and try get a bigger move. But I have to be in good profits, right? If you want to play the YouTube game together, please, hit that like. It always helps. Cheesy to say, but gotta do it. You mentioned waiting for 1 hour candle to break resistance before trading. How do you know what time frame confirmation? No, 1 hour candle to close at support. I know based on how, look, so if we had a 30-minute closure here, for example, without volume, I'm talking about now in the next 5 minutes. We have this resistance to worry about, okay? So this would not be ideal to trade. We probably want to wait till we get above here, right? Closures above here would make sense because we can trade all the way up to here or possibly here. But if you look at this same setup on the 1 hour time frame, that resistance disappears. So if we got a 1 hour closure above here, you can kind of ignore this and rely on this 1 hour candle to hold and continue up. If you start seeing rejection here, yeah, maybe manage, but the trade becomes more confident because this 1 hour candle is doing what this candle, this candle, this candle, and this candle could not do, which is closing above this zone, right? Favorite Forex pair, liquidity and volatility, I'd have to say it's GJ. Definitely GJ. I do enjoy GJ. Because especially when you look at the progression that GJ has been able to make, right? It's like a type of Bitcoin, right? Look at what happened. It had a massive bull run, right? From the lows here. I mean, this was easy to trade here. Every day bullish, 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 pullback, bullish, bullish, bullish. Then you have the sells option to retrace almost all of this move and then create support, and then you're on for another run. Then wait, support created, another run. Then sell, support created, another run. Now, messy times, big sells here was tough. This was news events and, it's very volatile, you see. Now, this is where people don't understand that actually where we're trading now is quite difficult. If you look at the size of the moves we were having last year, except for this area here, it was quite big moves, easy to trade. You have a lot of opportunity. But now, look, we're trading in this small, tight range. So not the easiest place to trade. Morning. Late, but Thank you, thank you. Show me the money on gold. Yes, we spoke about gold. Just, I don't know. Go lose your money in this range here, especially at what happened here on the 5 minute. The money is to lose your money. You have to give your money to gold today. If you're trading gold today, you have to give your money to it. I'm I'm staying out of this range personally. Staying out of this range. Not interested in trading this range. Thank you, Ross. Appreciate it. Have to be passionate, man. You have to love what you do. If you don't love what you do, why are you doing it? Has to excite you. You have to be ready, you know? This is the whole point. I have some good clips that I'll be posting on Instagram. I have one thing that I learned which is really cool about the different parts of the brain and how that affects your trading, and I'll make a post about it in the next few days. Super interesting. I wonder if people will start to catch on onto this pre-session stream. I want to see if people start doing this pre-session stream, because this is really the best way to stream. I mean, there's so many streamers out there. I'm not copying the streamers. The only reason I'm streaming is this pre-London time is a really good time to jump on. And I can also hold myself accountable, right? When I talk about all of these things on stream, when I'm talking all of these things to you, this is also my plan. This is what I have to execute on. So if in a day I don't do something that I planned out to do, I can tell myself, watch back my own stream and say, look, why didn't I do that? Or why was I looking at that? Or why was my bias this bias? Did it make sense? What happened in the session? So this is all valuable. And the most valuable thing is you guys get to join that and listen to me. But the most important thing is when the stream shuts before London, you guys have all of the information, but you have to build the confidence to execute on the trade. And I can't tell you how far that will take you, you know? Instead of having someone saying we're buying here, selling here. My name's Harry, bro. My name's Harry. Why don't I post it? Your brain's a potato. Why don't I post it as a video? Uh, maybe. Because videos like that, people unfortunately don't really want to watch. I mean, look, we only have 30 people in this live stream. I mean, who knows how big this live stream will grow? I hope it grows big, and people can start benefiting from this form of live streams where they can trust their own ability. But if I post a video, who knows how many people will watch that? Maybe only a few, and then it goes to waste, right? But on social media, it's a lot more active, and I can keep it short form. People these days, unfortunately, don't have long attention spans. People are lazy these days. You guys are like a small percentage. To come here, sit on a live stream, listen, and take in information is a very good skill, and it's a skill that a lot of people aren't doing these days. That's why they stay where they are. That's why they're stagnant in life, is because they don't have the effort. They want things quick. They don't want to sit on a live stream here for 45, 50 minutes listening to some guy talk about GJ. They don't really care. They want something quick and easy and short form content. Can you please always drop signals? Nope. I'm not dropping signals. Signals are bad. Signals make you lose. And I'll tell you why signals make you lose, and this is important. Signals are bad because people don't understand this about signals. But if you ask people who take signals from all the popular signal providers, and tell me if they're profitable or not in taking signals. The signal provider may be profitable, but taking signals is not a very profitable thing. Why? Because you have to be ready at the exact time. Let's say I made a decision now to take this as the candle flips. I quickly type 158.0894 candle flips, stop loss below 157, 6, whatever, 967, you have to then quickly, by the time, and let's say now when I press send, the candle's already flipping. By the time that you have to read the message, open your MT4 or MT5, put in the position, measure your risk, put in the stop loss. By the time that happened, what if I'm up 5, 6 pips? And at 5, 6 pips or 7 pips, what does the signal provider say? Move to break even. You move to break even, but you just entered, Or the second thing signals providers do is they'll do something like this. They'll take a trade here and they'll say, okay, we're looking for buys, and they'll run stops like 60, 50 pip stops, and then they'll show you on Instagram, oh, I made 10, 11,000, but they're running 60 pip stops. If they lost, they would lose, even more. So, and it builds very bad habits in the market, very, very bad habits. Only very, very specific people can give signals. And there should be like one signal a day if there was to be signal. And it shouldn't be a signal, it should be a joint understanding. Not a signal, a joint understanding. I'm basically I give you my whole plan. To be able to come to the market and develop a plan took me a long time, years. Yeah, there we go. Thanks, man. I appreciate you writing that. That's exactly what happens, And then if let's say you take a losing signal and then and then you miss the winning signal, then the next one is a losing one, then that's what happens. Yeah, there we go. Now you're saying exactly lost to sig. Oh wait, I haven't put the chat. Let me just fix this chat. My bad, guys. Really bad at streaming, as you can see. Two things I need to do on this stream. Number one, I need to do is I need to make this chat look cooler. Number two, I need to make sure I need to buy a ring light. Number three, I need to buy another monitor. Number four, I don't know what I need to do. Yeah, man, take your time. Take the opposite position. But what if it's a winning signal? Then you'll lose again. Where's all my drawings? There we go. AJ, let's have a look. Do I even have AJ on here? Are you giving me pairs I don't even have on this thing here? Yeah, I'll give you a good idea. Next time, why don't you send a chart? Tell me what you're thinking about. I want to see what you're thinking about. But what I'm thinking about on AJ is daily is a mess. We're trying to push up. 4 hour looks bullish. Probably to retest at least here. It's kind of at resistance. 1 hour also looks bullish. Yeah, see, the problem is going to be this resistance here. We don't know what's going to happen at the resistance. It kind of went in Asian session, which you expect, right? Yeah, at this resistance, we don't know what's going to happen. So it could probably pop up 15 pips. We need to get back above, so I prefer to see some sort of structure form. Maybe close above here, pull back, and then look for support to continue up bullish. Very, very simple. Cotton candy TA. What the hell is cotton candy? Man, this Forex always gets me laughing. I learn something new every day. What is cotton candy TA? It doesn't, everyone comes up with a new idea every single week. Every month you'll find a new idea in Forex trading. Magically. And people don't understand Forex trading has been happening for many, many, many years. You don't think that people have already identified the best and worst ways to trade? It surprises me so much, It's like there's no solution. And these people who come up with these new ideas, They haven't even tested it for one full market cycle, one market cycle of a year. You have to test it for one market cycle before even considering, more. Write me in the chat what is cotton candy TA. I'm intrigued. Do I have a video about stop loss placement? Yeah, I do. I think it's called take profit or stop loss, something like that. Jellyfish candle. Is there really something called Jenny? Preston, bro, please tell me what. I'm waiting for what is cotton candy TA. I really want to know. Jellyfish candle. It can't be something. Hi, what do you think for UJ for today? I like the look of 132 Tuesday's Asia low. For any thoughts? See, this is the type of thing I want to hear. This is the type of question, not what do you think about AUD, AJ. I want to hear, you know, what do I think? Give me numbers. I like the look of Asia's low. Any thoughts? Yeah, we'll have a look at it. UJ. 132, which is what? Tuesday's Asia low. All right, let's have a look. Where is yesterday, Tuesday? So we go to Tuesday. Yeah, this would be Asia's low here, Asian low here. Okay. You mean you like the look of it to try and retest yesterday's Asia low? I think you want to probably look first at this area here at 131,700. This is pretty simple. I think, if you start, what is the 4-hour doing on this pair? Yeah, breaking this 4-hour high should start giving options for upside. So that'll probably coincide with breaking to the top of the range here, probably somewhere around here, right? Something like that, or pullbacks here to retest this and see what happens. But, we can establish this is already a range first. So we need to wait and see. Support and resistance specific hold levels. Never heard of it, man. So, not sure. Do you have any trading goals this year? Win rates, capital, discipline? Nah, I never set goals, man. Goals just add pressure. Of course, there are goals in the back of your mind and milestones you want to achieve, but I take it day by day. How can I be better tomorrow? What can I do to put myself in the best position to win? The problem is we always have long-term goals, right? We think about goals that are too far ahead. And when you think about goals that are too far ahead, you add unnecessary stress that takes you away from achieving the small goals that are right in front of you. And the small goals that are right in front of you are the goals that are going to make you progress in order to reach those bigger goals. So focus on achieving the small goals first before trying to have these big goals and stuff like that. Big cap, big cap. Long one. 1.0734. Oh, just now. Yeah, you know, this is tough. This move here is tough. Makes it tough. It makes sense. I understand maybe. Based on these 4 hour. I think, yeah, you can get to 400. 400 is an okay target. What's daily? That daily is, yeah, pairs are basically doing around the same thing. It's just the volume. The volume is you're gonna be the issue here. You probably want to hold stops pretty deep, maybe below 1.72 is safest. Yeah, 100%. Staircase always better. After seeing this move up pre-session here, and this 4 hour making a top wick, there is a possibility now to probably sell below here, which would be very, very similar to yesterday. Not yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, like this. This is the same move we saw, right? Came down, made a resistance, rejecting the top of the range, closed below. But we didn't get the close. The close is very deep. This came in one candle. So maybe we see the same thing today. You see that? Only problem is going to be this wick. But I told you, my higher time frame bias, I still like the idea of buys from this zone. Waiting for the session, Mr. John. Mr. John. Rice is coming. You don't worry about Rice. Looking at GU, thinking a long after breakout retest around 1.2507 short. Yeah, long makes sense. You can't consider this as an LTA, guys. This is what you have. This is an impulsive news move or market shakeout move. This is your last recent resistance here. This does not consider as an LTA. Look at what's behind this. That's more important. But yeah, it would make sense. I can see why. Still, very messy range. Similar to gold. Your gold spread is 5 pips? Why? My gold spread is 1 pip. See? 1 pip. Check your broker, man. Maybe switch to an ECN account or something so you can get lower spreads. Bitcoin, what's Bitcoin doing? Yeah, sometimes it lines up like that, man. Sometimes it lines up like that. Crab market, yeah, full crab market. Yeah, they have to make money somehow, but five pip spread is too much, man. It's too much. I mean, that means if you were to enter here, you would be triggered up here, you know? Come on. It's like, I want to be watching what happens at that zone, not being entered at that zone. $158.90. I think 90 is too early. I think minimum you need to be above 158, 135, and you can target 158, 350, 346. But watch what happens at 158, 200. Be very careful of that level. Will be very important to watch. Orange lines are the levels. So the way we trade is, or whoever follows me that trades the same way as me, is we mark from daily time frame, and we start marking our levels all the way down from 4 hour to 1 hour to 30 minute, and then we trade above ranges, right? Nah, not order blocks, man. Support and resistance. Yeah, GJ is not the best, John, but you know, check out where we're trading, man. Possible long term, right? Long term from here. After retesting back into this zone. Look at this. Retest back into this area here, rejection. Came back up, made a higher low support. Pre-London, 2 4-hour candles closing bullish from this zone. Daily is still respecting the lows. Can anticipate, you know, news coming out in 2 days, wink wink, right? Possible. After that heavy move up, it's tough, it's a risky one, but definitely possible. If we can show one more respect or something, maybe come back down here, do that, you know, continue up bullish. Or even just if we start breaking out today in London session. That was one of the plans, right? If we start seeing some of this heavy movement London session today, especially breaking 4-hour highs, I don't see why this won't be a target here and continue. Yeah, it's another mixed session, man. It's annoying. We've had a lot of mixed sessions. The only reason I'm looking is that daily target's already met, right? We're at daily target down here. 4-hour is like the target for 4-hour, especially after breaking the lows now flipping up. Ideally, we need to wait for this 4-hour close, but it might, you know what GJ is like, it might push without us. So that's why that's the plan. Morning, Wes, morning. So yeah, I mean, should be interesting. Definitely, I said in the beginning here we have to be patient today. But there could be options long term. Do we always have to wait for a retest sometimes? I see price flying without a retest and I missed the trade. No, retest is not necessary. You don't have to wait for a retest. Retest, what, you know, it depends on volume. So if you have volume, definitely don't need to wait on a retest. But if you're trading in times where there's not much volume, you want to see structure, because if you're just buying highs, you're basically buying something like this. It could pull back and then you're stuck in this. Even though later on in the day your idea might play out, you don't want to be stuck in the pullback. So if it's maybe close to New York Open, London Open, you can take without a retest. But personally, on my personal, I do prefer to see a candle open with a bottom wick and then continue up. That gives me a lot more confidence. Yeah, closures above ranges, man. Closures above ranges, closures at support, all of that stuff is confirmation. So yeah, pretty simple. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up now. I'll answer this last question. Identifying those levels, support and resistance. I have a full video. My 2023 Forex course covers all of that. Also, my LTA video covers that. My trading zone videos covers that. So to wrap up the thoughts of today, it's a mixed session again. There is the possibility, based on the momentum, to take sells below here, to test into here, to continue the same type of move we saw yesterday if this area keeps being respected. But keep in mind that we are rejecting a higher time frame zone for the upside, and if we start pushing heavy from this zone, we could see upside and start continuing up bullish and retrace some of the move we had down from yesterday. So yeah, it is a mixed session. You can argue both buys and sells, and yeah, that's basically what I'm going to be looking for. Gold I'm not touching, and yeah, we need closures above the body. But yeah, that's basically it, guys. Thank you as always for joining, and I'll catch you guys on the next stream. Show up and I'll see you there. Peace.